Welcome to our March Israel meeting. I'm going to take you out here for all those on YouTube Live in this recording there. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to show you a little something right now. All right. Here's what you got to get used to. Here's what you got to get used to. You got to get used to this. Make a hole. Make a hole. Make a hole. Make a hole. All right. Woo! Look at all that. Here we go. All right. There we go. There you go. Make a hole. Make a hole. We're coming here. Hope everyone's doing good. Hello. Hello, everyone. Say hello, everybody. YouTube. This is some of the people for the meeting. Not him. Don't get to know. No, there's Thomas. There's Mr. Schnitzel. Oh, we're going to do Schnitzel? We're going to Schnitzel. All right. All right, everybody. Here's the lovely Miss Kimberly. She is not the tour leader. Not the tour leader. Do not ask her. All right. Do not ask her. Hello. All right. So we have some information for you. And then, Jim, you can go to the slides. Go to the slides. All right there. There you go. All right, so here's some information for you for our hotels. These are the hotels we're going to be at. Jedediah! Here, pow. Pow! All right, man. There you go. Nope, I'm up here. Come on. So look at the information. This is the hotels we're going to be at. This is where all your money so far has gone, up to 50%, and our airlines and things like that. So I'll leave that slide on there. Please be advised that when you see half board, that means that's the Israeli term for full Israeli buffet, because the Bible says to buffet my body, right? Buffet, that's breakfast and dinners at hotels. Now, for you in the Midwest, dinner means supper. Not lunch, all right? So, all right, that's supper there. So you get 2 meals a day. 2 meals a day. We might have some lunches covered there, but not promising those. But everything on the itinerary. So go read the itinerary. It's changed a little bit. We're going to leave September 2nd. So if you look on the dates there, we're 2 nights in Amman instead of 1 night. That's the 3rd, and we check out on the 5th. All right, and then the next night after that, so we're going to be in Amman for 2 nights. So we get in the afternoon of the 3rd of September, but we leave here on September 2nd. That's a Monday. That's a Tuesday, right? Tuesday, I forget. It's September 2nd, whatever that day is. And then we arrive in Amman. Remember, our most dangerous part, if you're going to tell your family and give them this itinerary, and they tell you it's dangerous, what is the most dangerous part of this entire tour? Chicago. We have to go through Chicago. Do not leave the airport in Chicago. There's close to 800, there's a couple thousand shootings a year just in Chicago, and about, 500, 800 homicides a year, so do not leave the airport in Chicago. No more going out for pizza. We got a few hour layover there. That's the most dangerous part. And we have to come back through Chicago as well. So we leave there. So look at this slide. I'll have this slide up again. But let me give you the hotels here. Here's the website. This is the hotel in Amman, Grand Palace, echemewang.com. It's the Grand Palace Hotel in Amman, Jordan. Now remember, this is Chick's water tour. Chick and Seth, we're going to find water every day. So this hotel does have a pool, but we'll also be out in the wilderness when we're touring, and there's water, whether we're down at the Dead Sea, whether we're in the Jordan River, whether we're going to find weather. So again, can't emphasize enough you wearing clothing. And it will get dry before you get on the bus. Remember, do not sit on any of the seats with wet clothing. Even if you have a towel with you, do not sit on a wet towel, because that towel gets wet and then the seat gets wet, and they're cloth seats and stuff. But after that, we're 2 nights in Petra. Check out that hotel. There's water there, folks. Overlooking Petra there, man. Ooh, there's a pool there. So we're going to have pools. So we're always going to have opportunity. This hotel, the Petra Panorama Hotel, it's about a 20-minute walk. So anytime you want to leave, because we're there 2 nights, so anytime during the day of Petra, you're spending all day at Petra, and you don't want to, we're not going back to load a bus. So you can go back to the hotel anytime you want. Just realize the Petra is all downhill. So whatever goes down, you have to come back up. And then from the entrance of Petra, you got to walk 20 minutes back to your hotel or take a cab. But the bus will take us there, and the bus will take us home at the end of the day. Anytime between then, you can go there. So this is the Petra Panorama Hotel. Again, you get 2 meals, but there's places to eat in Petra itself. Down at the bottom, there's we'll see what it's like. I think tourism's come back a little bit, so the restaurant down at the bottom. But you can get a falafel or shawarma at some of the other smaller stands there at the bottom. But you have to go walk all the way down Petra there. But go on the websites, look at the various other things there as well. Here's our Dead Sea Hotel. This is the Dead Sea Hotel whatever. Look at the website there. But this is the David Dead Sea Hotel. So we're 2 nights in Amman, 2 nights in Petra, and when we leave Petra the following morning, we drive about an hour and a half south, and we'll come through the southern border of Israel through Eilat. Aqaba is the Jordanian side, and Eilat is the Israeli side. So we're there at the top of the very northern top of the Red Sea, and we'll have about an hour or so. We'll have a little bit of time. You can go take a dip in the Red Sea if you want, and then we'll continue touring on the way up. And then from the Dead Sea, from all the others, look at the itinerary, the things that we're going to see around there, and then we start driving north on the northern side or on the western side of the Jordan River, or the Dead Sea, and we go all the way up, and we have 1 night at the Dead Sea. This is a spa. So we're going to try to get there in the afternoon, early afternoon, because we're going to get there on Shabbat. The hotel rooms aren't vacated until later in the afternoon if we get them open earlier. But we'll get to the hotel, but our luggage will be there, so you'll be able to go in the Dead Sea, use the facilities, use the pool, walk across the street, go to the Dead Sea, float, come back in, and then use the pools, and then go back to the Dead Sea. There's a shuttle from the hotel if you don't want to walk, but it's just literally right across the street, and we'll go from there. And then from there, we've got 3 nights in Jerusalem, and here's the hotel for Jerusalem. This is, you ever seen those Geico commercials? Their first year of marriage, they lived in a tiny little house. And it's just, you can say, anyways, the hotel rooms that we have at the Jerusalem Hotel, because it's compact, it's a full-size hotel, but just very small. So there's not a whole lot of room in the rooms, but there's a bed, there's a separate bathroom, it's just tiny. So just when you set your luggage out, that might be it for you. Kimberly and I had an anniversary one time. We were in a very, very tiny room one time on Mackinac Island. Where was the sink? I think we had to sit at the edge of the bed to use the sink. And then the toilet was inside, the toilet and the shower were inside, but the sink was outside, and so we'd sit at the edge of the bed. So that was a tiny room. Never saw any pictures of it. It was an internet special. So, but I've seen these rooms here. So, but they're tiny rooms. So they're not huge hotel rooms, but everything that you need is there. We'll be 3 nights there. We'll be right there at the city center, and right there by Ben Yehuda Street, by everything. So you're a 5-10 minute walk to the city center, to the modern area. You're a 15-20 minute walk at best to the old city. And so we'll be doing a lot of walking. Get your walking in, get your exercise program in, because you want endurance. You want endurance. And so that's why you're walking, and you want to be able to, it's not that we're going to be walking 5 miles a day, but you want to be able to, exercise, be in shape so you can experience everything that you can have. And so that's 3 nights in Jerusalem. And then we go 1 night to Nahariya. Again, another pool. Nahariya, but we're also in Nahariya at this hotel. We're right on the Mediterranean. So you have the pool, and you walk across the street, and you're right in the Med. So you're going to be able to swim in the Jordan River, the Red Sea, the Mediterranean, and we got some stuff up north in the Galilee area that you're going to be able to participate in. And so again, here's this slide, and you're able to go to this website. But look at it. That's the name of the hotel. That's the, however you pronounce it. What's it, the Madison Hotel, Naharia. And so we'll be there, and we'll be there for one night. Then we're going to go 2 nights. We're going to go to the Upper Galilee. And actually from Naharia, once we start heading east, we'll be in the Upper Galilee or the Galilee region. And so Naharia is at the very northern border of Israel. And so we'll be at the southern tip of Lebanon and northern part of Israel. And we'll take the northern border, and we're going to spend. Now, this is something we've never been able to do, and we finally got it. This is the kibbutz at Maram Golan. Maram Golan. It's kind of, Maram Golan and the Dead Sea are kind of spendy, but it's well worth it. But so this way we don't have to leave, spend 4 nights in Tiberias and then drive an hour all the way up to the northern. So we're going to be in the northern area. And so there's no early morning wake-ups, unless those who want to. And then this is where there's a lot of great stuff. And so really good food, a little espresso there, really good stuff. And so that's the kibbutz. It's and they have a hotel there. So we'll be in the cottages, and we'll be right there in the mountains of the Golan Heights. And we'll be overlooking Syria. And so we're able to do there. So go look at Maram Golan, kibbutz, Maram Golan, and we're able to, you'll go on their websites, and you'll be able to see a lot of activities that are around there. So we're not promising it, but this might be a place that we might be doing motocross or ATV or quads, dune buggies, and or horseback riding. Or for those of you who like to walk and hike, okay, you can do that all on your own anytime you want. But Maram Golan is, so we'll be 2 nights there. Also, then we go to 2 nights Tiberias. That's right on the Sea of Galilee. You like that water slide? You like that water slide? Yeah, that's club. That's the Leonardo Club Tiberias. This word all-inclusive is something that's been happening new. Normally we have a buffet, which is breakfast or dinner. And usually your pops and your coffees and anything extra besides water is extra that you get charged to your room and you have to pay off your bill. All-inclusive is all-inclusive. So from what I understand, free-flowing soda, pops, coffees, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a newer thing. America, Western, we introduced the buffet to them, and that's not normally a European-style thing, but they do that at the hotels. But here's the Leonardo Club Tiberias. If we get back in time, because all the amenities close around 6 p.m., but we'll try to get back in time. So for those of you who want to go, and that's right outside your windows. That's the Sea of Galilee from Leonardo. We're right there in the Sea of Galilee. And so we're 2 nights in Tiberias. So we'll be able to hit Nazareth Village. We'll be able to do all the stuff around in the upper and the lower Galilee regions there. So that is that. So like I said, what I've been trying to do is I'm trying to take the best of all the tours I've ever done. So there's new places here that I've never stayed before. And so Seth and I both, we're looking at these things. And so we got some really good deals to be there, and reason being is because, again, some people keep asking, well, why is at this point is 50% of my tour price gone? We've already secured everything because we've paid in cash for everything ahead of time. So your airfare, the airfare we got is a really good low airfare. It's about $1,215 per person. which is really, but we can't even get that price right now. The going rate is almost $2,000. So anyone who joins this tour, like right to now, they would have to get airfare like $2,000 or $2,100. And then to do that. So it's non-refundable, non-transferable, it's international, and that's how we got that great fare. So that's why everything's set ahead. And then, Jim, we'll have to go to the next slide. My internet went down there. And then we're back in Jerusalem for 3 more nights. Back at the same teeny tiny little boutique. It's called a boutique. That's what they call a tiny hotel room, boutique. That's a closet. But it's a little boutique. There are no king beds anywhere that I've seen in Israel. Chris, you have a question? Well, hang on a second here. Just hang on a second, Chris. All right, I'm switching to right here. Jim, bring me on here. Here's Chris. Chris, what is your question? Speak loud.
When you say boutique and you say teeny tiny small little room, is it similar to the Abraham hostel we stayed in?
No, the Abraham Youth Hostel we stayed in?
Yes.
Yeah, those were huge. Those rooms were huge.
Good thing my dad ain't going.
Yeah, good thing. I know.
So, Chip, that means me and Jakin will have no problem.
You and Jakin, you guys, you and
We're
Jakin.
gonna have pillow fights.
You're going to have pillow fights. There you go. You're going to have a problem, Ed. Yeah, you're going to have a problem. Teeny tiny, teeny tiny, teeny tiny. That's why we...
Another comparison, in 2015 I went, and we stayed right inside the Jaffa Gate at a hotel, just left.
Oh, yeah, the new Imperial Hotel, the Jaffa Gate, yeah.
What you were talking about?
Yeah.
That was
Those are
teeny
giant
tiny.
rooms. Those are
So
giant.
Those are giant.
Those are giant
And
rooms.
The showers in there are giant compared to the ones.
Right, right. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
might have to walk a
location,
little
location. We've got a great location. All right? And folks, get to know Dwayne because he's not going. Dwayne, who's going to be floating and looking like they're dead in the Dead Sea pool in the hotel?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. We need someone to step up. And you're going to step up that.
We'll have to scan an image,
Scan an image.
tape it to a blow-up person,
Yeah.
and carry him with us.
Okay. All right. All right. And sisters, are you looking forward? I saw your eyes perk up. Did you like the club, Leonardo, and the Tiberius there?
Like all of it.
You like all of it so far? Even the teeny tiny boutique rooms? All right. Pillow fights. All right. So there's what we got, folks. All right. Jim, if you can, please go back to the slides, and then I will go back there. All right. So that's where we're at. We're at the boutique boutique hotel, but it's right in the city center. So go on that website and get to know these maps. Get to know where this this area is. You want to put the camera on me there? So get to know these areas, and you'll be able to get around. There's really great restaurants around there. Now remember, Israel is part of Europe. And so normally people eat around early dinner settings like 8 p.m. The hotels, they start serving at 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock sometimes. But when we get to Jerusalem, I've shown you pictures before. I'll show them in the next meeting. Our dinner tables at the hotels in Jerusalem were empty. They just left them out because everyone else you're eating. By the time especially when we finish up the tour in the last 3 nights in Jerusalem, you're pretty much burnt out of hotel food and the buffet or whatever. Now, what you can do is go there, eat for sustenance, and then go out to town and eat for taste. And so I'm just saying, it's a lot cheaper to eat for taste than it is to try to eat for taste and sustenance. Because when you chow down that first bacon cheeseburger from Zuni, because you're really like, oh, I need another one so I can taste that one. But it was really good there. You're going to go there. No, not you? You did not like that? Oh, Ruth. But you liked the desserts, though, there, didn't you? Oh, you didn't know there. All right. I think she did. I think she remembered the desserts there. But there's plenty of other places to eat, so we're going to have a good time. So, Jim, back to the slide there. Let me give you this slide. Again, here is the hotels. For those of you online, you're watching this not live, but you're doing the recording, you can push pause, take a screenshot. There's the names of the hotels, and you can do those things. Now, I'm going to show you some videos here and some other pictures. When we get into either Amman or we're going in and out of Jerusalem at the airport, you just need to be ready for some things. So you got the sound ready, Jim? There. Here's like this. So.
Seth! Hi, Chick. All right, man. Hello.
I need a hug too.
Hey, get out of the way, man. Make a hole, man. Come on.
Let's stop right here.
Let's stop out of there, man. What do you think you are, tourists?
Yep.
What's up, man?
Hi.
Come on. Hey, welcome. Hey, all right, The Walking Dead.
She says, look for the red. I'm looking. This isn't red.
Come on this way, man. Pastor Cam.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Good to see ya.
You made it. I made it. All right. Oh, come on.
Follow him and we can hug outside.
On there.
Go by that.
Got it, everybody? Hey, where business be? Where's everyone else at?
Some of them are in the back.
In the back?
Like Tanya and...
All right. Yay! Well, hello, man. Hello. Manishma. Pasada. Can I?
My mother was a tailor. She took my blue jeans. My father was a captain. God knew you and me. So the only thing that I captain is only the suitcase.
He's got the beard for that's Pastor Tim, man. That's it. So I said like that. He never got back to me, but I said, "What are you doing in Israel? I thought you didn't want to go." So, but you can do it. So they're very talented. Now that's an Orthodox. That's an Orthodox Jew, a Hasidic, a black cat, and he's out there asking for money. So and he's out there playing it and stuff like that. But incredible talent, incredible talent. This is on Ben Yehuda Street in Jerusalem. This is it, man. This is it.
For you, Luke. For you, Luke.
Eye of the tiger, baby. Eye of the tiger, man.
Ben Yehuda Street. Eye of the tiger, baby. Eye of the tiger.
All right, Eye of the Tiger, baby. Now there's contact sport. There's shopping. All right, so there's the lovely Miss Kimberly there shopping and stuff. But probably the highlight for me of this time in Israel was this. And Thomas. The schnitzel, having real schnitzel. And it was approved by, now, here we go, Jim. Right here. I got to get the, there we go. Thomas from Dusseldorf or Frankfurt. Yes. He had a Frankfurt, and so that was real schnitzel.
That was real schnitzel.
At the, so everyone can hear you.
Real schnitzel.
And cold potato salad or
Yeah.
cold. And then how'd you do the lemon on it? Yeah.
Yeah, you squeeze the lemon on top of that, and you eat
Oh, and that
it.
strudel.
And then have another one.
And then have another one. Another one. And we had strudel. Strudel. Well, I'll tell you what Thomas and I did is because just for bragging rights, I mean, we were stuffed. We had already eaten, but we had to walk back and get another schnitzel, right? Because we had to have one before we left. Right after the burger, the Zuni burger, and our wives are like, I can't believe we're going back. Well, we have to walk back there, so we'll work it. But we have to have it. Why? So we can say we had schnitzel twice that day. Oh, that's good. Okay, Jim, back to the slides there, Jim. Back to the slides there. All right. And so there we go. So we're going to have stuff like that. And then you're going to be able to see other things there. This is Mount of Olives, overlooking Jerusalem there from the east. And so we go from there. Here's another video for you here.
You have to bring your wives, and they don't want to bring their wives.
That's how you tell too.
Hey, go to page 53 in your tour book. Page 53. All right, say hello, Verd. Shalom.
Herodian, right? Herodian? That was a Herodian overlooking Bethlehem. That's a guide that will never guide for us again. Not just because I don't want her to, but she would never guide for us again anyways. But we'll get our guide back, Tal. But we tried as best as we could with her. But so you need to go to the hotels, the websites that I gave you for the hotels, and then look at the surrounding areas because this is coming up from the Dead Sea. But we're going to be in the mountains. You can experience all 4 seasons in one day in Israel, depending on what side of the ridge we're on. So when we come up from the Dead Sea, which is 1,385 feet below sea level, and we come up to Jerusalem, Jerusalem is 3,700 feet above sea level. So there's going to be about a 5,000-foot elevation change. So at night in Jerusalem, at 75 degrees at night, and a cool breeze coming off the Mediterranean is going to feel chilly to you. And that's our first 3 nights in Jerusalem. So we're going to be in Amman. Now, Amman is in the mountains. It's not going to be as hot, and Petra is not going to be as hot because it would be like, for those of you who know, the high desert of Arizona or California. They're in the mountains. It might be desert, but it's the higher elevation. And then here's a lovely site, and also the Temple Mount behind us. And so, again, standing on the Mount of Olives there. I'm Greek, so of course we went to the Greek part of, the old city. And then we're going to be traveling on the bus. And then also I'm going to be doing my radio show live because there's internet on the bus, and I'll be doing it live on the bus. And so here's a short little interview that went live.
On the bus, and we are on our way to Beersheba. We are live in Israel. Yeah. Of course, unless you're listening to the rebroadcast, but we're still alive, and we're in Israel. But here we are at the Chick Chicalis Hour, and with me is our very own Cassie Deputy. She leads the group, Cassandra and the deputies. All right, she's way there. All right there, but. Sister, we've been here just a few days now. First 3 days in Jerusalem, and wanted to tell people, just share from whatever's going on. I saw you taking notes there, or is that a grocery list when you got to get that? All right, there.
Definitely not groceries. I would say the biggest thing I'm getting out of this trip so far is I like to watch culture and how people interact, and the difference between people's mentalities here than in America, and how ingrained in the history these people are. Like, I learned that the kids here study the Bible at 2nd grade, and they know all their history biblically. They have a very good understanding of how God's been with their people and blessed their people. And just comparing that to how in America we don't have that. We don't necessarily study our history as far as God's influence in it. And so you see these kids really rooted in their heritage and what they believe. And even if they're secular, they have that knowledge and awareness that God.
Us traveling on a bus. Excuse me, Eric. So we've kept this tour to 48 people. We have someone on the waiting list, someone who got off the waiting list. We did everything we could to keep them on the waiting list, or to keep them on the tour, and they wanted off the tour, and somebody else took their spot. So right now we have about 6 people who say they want to go to Israel, but only one of those 6 people right now have money down. And if they end up not going to Israel, they'll get all their money back for those who are on the waiting list, but they have to have half down. But there's only 48, and we're pretty much going to be on a 55-passenger bus. So there'll be seats available next to one another. But this is what's going to happen. This is what I'm going to do on the bus, because if you're not in shape and you're not prepared, you're going to do stuff like this. You're going to fall asleep, and I'm going to take pictures of you. All right? And so that's what happens on the bus. So, we go to the various sites, and we do the things like that. And there you go. There's what you have there. All right? And I just want to show you what a strudel and schnitzel overdose looks like. All right? But that is a well-satisfied and stuff like that. And this is typically what's going to be happening on the buses there for you there. Here's a well-contented individual there, all like that. I will be missing this, though. This is because I've seen that all over the land there. All right. But then, can everyone say Magnum? The Magnum ice creams there. Are you ready? And remember, we're going to be in the Jordan River. Now, this is from the Israeli side. So you see those wooden shelters? That's the Jordanian side. That's where we're going to be when we're doing baptisms on the Jordanian side. So be prepared for that, but it's going to be in the Jordan River. And literally, that's how far we are apart from Israel and Jordan. So we'll be doing baptisms there. So we'll see what happens. Nazman won't be with us on this trip, so but he'll be with us in spirit. And when I say make a hole, or when I say eyeballs, you just stop whatever you're doing, you go click, and you just bring your eyes over. You go click, so you're going to hear make a hole, and you're going to hear eyeballs. All right, hey Fargo, I didn't hear you. All right, so, but here's the thing, we got to get through streets like this. So we might be touring, and I might say make a hole, and whatever. If you're on the right side, move to the right. You're on the left side, move to the left. Make a hole so I can get through. But pay attention to the people in front of you. And then when we're in Jerusalem, the best Chinese, no monosodium glutamate, no MSG, the Mandarin Chinese restaurant there. There you go. There you go. Good stuff. All right, so here's a picture of the hotels again. The slides, remember, you get breakfast and you get dinner, which, again, the Midwest, that's supper. So that's not lunch. So you get 2 meals a day. And we'll try to see what we can do there. So for those of you who are watching the repeat of this, push stop, take a screenshot. There's the names of the hotels. Look those up online. Get familiar with those maps around those areas. Just to remind you guys, listen, we've already had people get off the tour and the waiting list. So for those, we've got some people who want to get on the waiting list, but you need to have at least $2,050 down to be on the waiting list. And then as soon as a spot opens, if the spot opens, I'll call you and say, are you good? Boom, and that $2,050 is gone. And then whatever the price is for increased airfare, you'll end up paying. Now remember, if a sister drops and a brother someone wants to get off the waiting list, that's a single room. That's going to be another $1,000 to be a single room. So you might not want to do that, but get on the waiting list there because we only have so many rooms. So if you're in a single room, there's an added price there. But look at the cancellation price. I need the deposit. I need the balance because we were going to go in October, but now we're going in September. So remember, I need money in hand. Your final payment by July 21st, Sunday, July 21st. The post office does not deliver on Sundays. I need that cash in hand. I need that in hand by the 21st. If you've already made arrangements with me or Pastor Seth for payments and things, that's fine. But so far, there's only a couple of people who have done that. That money needs to be in. We're really, I really run these things trim and tight and very frugal with everything. So again, that's part of the whole thing as I'm getting across there. So if you're not going to have it in by July 21st. Now, camera on me there. Camera on me. So listen, get the money out of your hands. If you have the final payment, don't wait till the 21st. Send it in. You're only on the hook for 50% right now, and if you cancel, a $200 cancellation fee. All right? So that means whatever you have on left above and beyond the, $22.50 will get returned to you if you cancel before 60 days before departure, which we're getting close there. And this is why I want you to send it. If you have the money, send it in because it's harder for you to get the money back when an emergency pops up. All right? It's hard. There's always something that's going to happen there. And so if it makes it hard, you'll get your money back, but it'll take a few days. It might take a week to get you, if you're saying, I got to cancel the trip, so it means you're out $22.50, and then, you need the other $18.50 back because whatever. Well, because it's hard to get that money back, sometimes the emergency just goes away and there's really not an emergency. So I'm letting you know is if you can make your final payment, I'm saying for your benefit, get it in. Get it out of your hands because something's always going to come up. And you will be canceled. There is no payments. There's people still trying to pay off from 2017 that put some stuff on credit. And they're still not paid off. So there is no money there. So I'm saying if you have the money or whatever money, you give it to Pastor Seth, who's ever collecting finances, whatever you have in your pocket, get it out of your hands. Hi, Rosie. You're my Israel buddy. You want to say hi to everybody? Well, you got to come up here. All right, Rosie. All right. So I'm saying get it out of your hands. Get whatever money you have, get in there and try to get it paid off before the 21st. And then, because you will find that something's going to pop up and you're going to need it. And I've had people cancel the tour and they're out like couples. They're out like $6,000, and they're like, "Well, we're not going to go, and we're going to do whatever." And they're like, "Well," and they wasted $6,000 and they got back $2,000, for the couple or two. So that just crushes me, But I'm saying the money doesn't go to the tour. It's gone. Airfares have been there. The hotels have been purchased. That's why we're able to. You can't price this tour for what we're going to do, and there's so much more that we're going to do. So everything on the itinerary is there. As happened, and there's going to be so much more that's going to happen. So do not think that if you cancel out that somehow that money, it's gone. It's gone. So we have to send a final payment in by July 22nd. And that's when we have to finish paying off the hotels, the tour provider, everyone else that we have deposits with. So make that clear. All right? Get to that end. Now, here's a slide, Jim, you can put it to. If you need travel insurance, spend a few bucks. Spend a few bucks and then go to this website. This is our tour provider, TransGlobal, and take a screenshot of this. Go to them. Go to the website there and get travel insurance. You can also get medical insurance too. If you want to be medically covered for anything that goes on there, you can air ambulance and all that kind of stuff. And so if you need, we've never canceled a tour. We're going. Airlines are not going to stop going into Jordan or to Israel and those things. But if you want to spend $40 and have some little insurance or whatever, but again, you have to get this about 21 days out. Get some travel insurance, and you'll get back a good portion of it, and go through their rules and things like that. So get some travel insurance if you want. If that $40 gives you peace of mind, then fine. I'm just saying we've never canceled a tour there, so get some travel insurance if you want. So let me finish up. So that's tourtheholyland.org, and that's our tour company, TransGlobal Travel. You have to, there's the contact information here stateside. There's the names you need to use to say what reference you are. So this is CCITJ-2019, Calvary Chapel Israel Tour, Israel and Jordan Tour 2019, and let them go. All right, next slide is, again, the hotels. One more screenshot there. And we'll go from there. Any other questions? Moans, groans, complaints?
Do I have to take a picture of this, or is this going to be...
This is going to be on YouTube, so you can go to our YouTube channel, and this will be, because there's plenty of people who aren't here, and they're going to be joining us. And so, Yim, you want to go to me on the mobile camera there? And so... Hey, I'm Chick Chikelis, and so let's go through and introduce yourselves to everybody. Who are you, Kimberly? Tell everyone your name.
Kimberly Chikelis.
Kimberly, and where are you going to lead us on this tour?
I'm not leading anything.
You're not leading anything. All right. Who are you?
I'm Denise Grimes.
Denise Grimes, speak up. They can't hear you.
I'm Denise Grimes.
All right. And you're going on the Israel tour?
Yes.
And how'd you find out about this tour?
My daughter.
Your daughter?
Kimberly.
Miss Kimberly? You know, they always say, look at your future if you want to know when you get married. So I'm going to do okay. You're not pure ugly. You know that?
Thank you.
You're right. They're very good. This is it. I'm going to do good on that one. Just like that. All right? You know, Kimberly's mom and our son, man, I'm telling you, whew, I am set. All right. Well, I got to introduce you to everybody else. Who are you two?
The Carls.
The Carls.
Ed and Katie Carl.
David Hawking said of you two, at that marriage date. Were you guys even married then?
No.
No, you weren't even married. It's like you're like an old married couple.
Already. Yes.
Already, and you are.
And we're on. And yes.
You know what makes me think? You know what makes me think you're like an old married couple?
Why?
That hat, Katie. That. Look at that. All right. Here we go on here. Who do we have here? Introduce yourselves. Introduce yourself.
Right. Jakin and Johnny.
Well, which one's which?
You figure it out.
All right, very good, and you'll have that. All right, and so we go here, we're right there. All right, stuff like that. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Ruth Carl.
Ruthie Carl? Ruth?
Marissa Bro.
Marissa Bro?
Caitlin Bowden.
Caitlin Bowden?
Emily Bro.
Emily Bro or Bro or?
Bro.
Bro?
Like my bro.
Bro! Why was I always saying Brialt?
Because that's how it's spelled.
That's how it's spelled. Okay, that confused me. Bro. Bro. Is it really bro?
It's really bro.
Bro. Oh, man. All right. Hermano.
Victor Fernandez.
Vic-
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Fernandez. Sí.
All right. See.
Shelley Bowden.
Shelley Bowden.
Amy Wise.
Jonathan Weiss.
You are wild. All right. Who do we have over here?
Chris Sandstrom.
Chris Sandstrom. There you go.
Thomas Schick.
And you're not going. There you go. All right. There you go. And Dwayne, you're not going.
Not going.
You're not going. Are you going? All right. Your donut? All right. All right. So that's who showed up so far for this meeting. And then hopefully we'll get to know other people as well. But that's where we're going. And I'm going to put this right down there. Hello. Oh, all right. You switch cameras. Okay. Very good, man. So there again, look at that slide. Again, there's the hotels. There's things we can go from there and look those up. No other questions? Moans, groans, complaints, anything? So just remember, eyeballs. There you go. Just stop talking and then make a hole. Park company. Another thing you'll hear is vehicle from the rear. That's really important. You should know to make a hole for that. They don't stop. Vehicle, and the vehicle could be someone on a trike, on a go-kart carrying inside. Just the vehicle's a vehicle, all right? And so go from there, and we'll be good to go. So we have a lot of good things that are happening there. You've got the information. Read the itinerary. It's changed a little bit. We leave on the 2nd, not the 3rd. So we got an extra night. We were able to make that deal because we got a good airfare, which was down by a couple $100. So why not go to Amman, Jordan, and be there for 2 nights instead of flying there, doing 1 night, and then leaving the next day. So it's going to be the first 4 days are going to be very, very comfortable because 2 nights in Amman, 2 nights in Petra, and then we'll rest and recuperate. Yeah, that's wrong. I'm just saying no, that's right. Those are the days that we're there. We leave on September 2nd. We're going to be September 3rd. But it has 1 night. 1 night, yeah, that's changed a little bit there. So we're going to be leaving on the 3rd. We get there on the 3rd, the 4th, yeah. So we'll be. So we have 2 nights in Amman, Jordan. Okay. 2 nights in Amman, Jordan. And 2 nights in Petra. 2 nights in Petra. 1 night Dead Sea. 3 nights in Jerusalem. 1 night Nahariya. 2 nights Upper Galilee or the Golan Heights at Kibbutz Moram Golan. 2 nights at the Club Leonardo All-Inclusive Hotel on the Sea of Galilee, there in the city of Tiberias, city center. And then we finish up 3 more nights at the Boutique Hotel, the same hotel. We're there the first 3 nights. And so we're right there in city center. It's going to be a good time, good time. May the Lord bless you and keep you, cause his face to shine upon you. You have any questions, any other concerns, please email myself or Pastor Seth. We'll get those and stuff. Now, last thing. Your tour book. It's going to be electronic this time. So we're not going to, because they want like $17, $18 to print those little flip tabs. Pretty much all of you got mobile devices, iPads, so we're going to email that to you, and you'll have a PDF to put on your iPhones, your Androids, your tablets, your iPads, whatever your electronic devices. And so when we were at the Herodian and I said, hey, turn to page 53 or whatever, you'll be able to go through that and you'll have that information. And we'll get that to you a month or 2 ahead of time so you can start going through it and finding out more information. And then whenever we add some other sites, we'll be able to give that. So our tour folder book or a little pocket size, well, now it's all electronic. So we're trying to give you more and more things electronically. Do I have everybody's now tour applications? You think Jake and Johnny? Hey, can you guys get those in? Do you get your passport back yet? Check it. You have those? Get that all situated there. Would you get those tour things and get those things? So you are the last 2. I believe they are the last 2. You are the last 2. Thank you. Calvary Chapel St. Paul for coming. I will not be the last one. You will not be the last one? Why? Because you're going to hide the paperwork from your son? All right. Very good. Well, that works. That works. All right. Well, thank you all for getting all that paperwork in by now. So that's done. And so remember, so we have April's meeting is here again at noon. But May, June, and July will be Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. And we'll do YouTube Live, and that'll be at Sojourners Cafe. August's meeting, which is our last tour meeting, will be on Sunday. I think that's August 11th. And that'll be at 6 p.m. at Sojourners Cafe, and we'll have that YouTube Live as well. So that way people who are overseas, everyone say, hi, Sister Victoria. Victoria, she'll be able to join us. People who have service, who are on the tour they're at service today, they couldn't make it here today, or others, and so we're trying to get the people from around. So we have people from Idaho, from Sweden, and some other countries that are joining us up, and so we get an opportunity for them to join us as well, live. But again, we're doing this, and this will be on YouTube. So, any other questions? Okay, so max of 48. We have one person going on the waiting list today, and the reason how you get on the waiting list is, all right, in God we trust. It says it on our money, but we want the money. All right, so you can trust God all you want, but beyond the waiting list, you got to have the funds down, because if someone drops, you'll get on there, and then your money won't be used unless you end up going. So for those on the waiting list, you get all that money back. But for you, everybody else, get the money that you have. Make that final payment well and before July 21st. Get it out of your hands, and that way it's not tempting to whatever. It's already committed money, so get it out of your hands. And so may the Lord bless you and keep you, and we'll go from there. Any questions, email them in. We'll have them ready for the next meeting. And go to the websites of the hotels, look at the maps, look at the areas, look at the itinerary. Put a search engine for that, and then if you read it, we can go see it, because we're going to be in the area there. All right. God bless you. Thanks, YouTubers. If everyone listening to YouTube Live and watching our channel, may the Lord richly bless you. And until next month of April, may the Lord bless you. Amen.